I recently saw a female say that pregnancy and parenthood isn't something that everyone is entitled to. A woman said this. Can you believe it?
I can believe it. Unfortunately, parenthood is not a human right. And before you call me out for being a straight white male,
I personally think that someone who goes through the steps of either IVF, surrogacy, adoption to obtain parenthood at any cost is going to raise someone who is such a valuable member of society.
Thank you. For this video, I'd like to identify as the valuable member of society you've described me as.
Being a parent is based upon the love that you have to give. And I personally think that someone who goes through the steps of either IVF, surrogacy, adoption, whatever method to obtain
a baby?
Parenthood at any cost is going to raise someone who is such a valuable member of society and wants to be a parent.
All right, let's get into it. And look, I take no joy in being the guy that has to argue parenthood is not a human right. I wish that people could get what they want in life, whether it's parenthood or anything else. But the unfortunate reality is that we don't live in a world where there's an infinite supply of children available to be parented. And look, I shouldn't even say children, because if we're being honest with ourselves, people want babies. For better or for worse, there are children in foster care whose parents have had their parental rights terminated. If people wanted to parent, if it wasn't about babies or acquiring children as early as possible, people would be adopting those children. It's not exactly a mystery that the reason adoption and surrogacy cost as much as they do is because there are literally millions of wealthy people in a bidding war to try to acquire babies as early in life and as quickly as possible. Because of the fact that the world can only produce so many babies in a given year, you can only establish parenthood as a human right for a select group of people. And if you've watched or read The Handmaid's Tale, you can probably imagine what that looks like. I think at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves whether it's actually politically progressive to rent out wombs and sell children in service of giving everyone the gift of parenthood. Are we actually okay with the idea of weaponizing CPS largely against families of color and sending those kids to go live with wealthy white families who by and large can't have children of their own? This is already happening in America. This is what happens when you try to make parenthood a human right.